What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today is just going to be a rambling slash update on some of the stuff I have going on with the website and some other random things here in the fish room. Now, I just got out of the woods. I was there this morning. It's been a pretty busy week. Definitely trying out some different fields and trying out some bedding areas. Just a lot of fun being out there, enjoying the hunting. I did have a few opportunities to harvest deer so far, but I passed up on a couple of them because they were just not really good shots. I'm definitely all about having an ethical kill, and if I can't guarantee that that's going to happen, I'm not going to take the shot. So unfortunately, it's just kind of been like that. Archery is a whole new game. It's not like you can just pull up a rifle or muzzleloader and take something out from 100, 200 yards away. It's definitely a lot trickier. So I am enjoying the experience, and hopefully we'll take care of everything pretty quickly. Yeah, so over the last week I posted on, I think it might have been YouTube and Facebook, that I am doing a coral sale from the 300 because the frag tank is getting pretty full. I do this every few months when it just gets too full and I just got to get rid of stuff. So I'm doing a 20 pack of frags, usually 15, for $300 shipped. Now, for those of you who are out west, it's definitely a pretty heavy package because it is about 10 pounds worth of coral, and it gets pretty darn expensive to ship. So to give you an idea, I shipped out a couple of them this week, and it was like $70 to go to California. So you know, and you got to think it's $300 and then $70 for shipping, which was free. So definitely I'm making money because I've grown all the coral, so I didn't have to put any money into overhead except for, you know, media and, you know, just salt and general stuff like that. I'm making a little bit of money on the packs, but really, if you're going out west, I'm getting kind of killed in shipping. But it's okay, I don't mind, again, because the whole purpose of it is to actually just clean out this frag tank a little bit and make some room, because I got to get in there and start cutting next week, just because, you know, that's just how it is on the 300. When it comes to the purple stuff, the purple Monty, I haven't put it on the website yet, and the green, I haven't put it on there yet because I just obviously haven't got around to it, but it is healed, ready to go. So if you are interested in the green with purple rim Monty cap, I have a few frags of that, and if you're interested in the purple Monty, just email me and I'll send you an invoice and set it aside and ship it out. That way you can, you know, kind of beat the rush. But in those packs, those 20 frag packs, you're going to get one of each 9 out of 10 times, because there is quite a bit of the purple left. So yeah, definitely looking forward to shipping orders next week. I did set a couple aside. I'll let you guys know via email because, you know, my ship days are a little bit different with me hunting. But tomorrow is Friday, so obviously I'm not going to ship on Fridays. It's Monday through Thursday shipping, which I might change to Monday through Wednesday because I ran into a couple issues with FedEx shipping on Thursday and them not delivering it on Friday, and then it having to sit until Monday. Yeah, so that's only happened a couple times out of the last couple years, but even that risk isn't something that I always like to take. So working on that, but other than that, everything is doing pretty good. The 40 gallon, I did a water change on the 300 yesterday. I didn't video or record it because it was just kind of one of those things. I got in here, cleaned a 40 gallon. You can see all that coralline algae is really taken off. Cleaned the back glass, and then I went ahead and, camera, did a 50 gallon water change. You guys know that I am bringing the salinity up a little bit. It was at that 1.024. It's at 1.0255 now, and I'm working my way up to 1.026. So salinity is slowly coming up. Magnesium's in the good range, as I showed you guys in the ICP test. Made the adjustments on that. That's good to go. And really no ill effects on the tank other than, as I mentioned, the only coral in this tank that's having a difficult time is this big staghorn, which is just getting killed by everything on that rock structure is hitting it. So we'll see. Hopefully it will make it through it like the FishOfHex Millie, who kind of has the same situation but is surviving and still growing. So hopefully that coral will do, you know, the same thing. If not, then we'll just make a video of removing all of that, which, you know, that's a lot of frags, but and I really, really love that coral. It's one of the main ones that took off in the tank first and really made the tank what it was, and then everything just kind of grew in around it and did a ton of damage. As you guys can see, the fish, when I feed them, they're having a whole lot of fun splashing water out. And don't worry, I got an apex down here. It's no big deal, right? Yeah, the water hasn't gotten there yet, but they are doing a number on the tank when it comes to feeding time. Speaking of that, I have cut my feeding back a little bit because the last batch of food, I wanted to try something new by not rinsing the food because it was kind of time consuming to rinse everything, and so I decided just to throw everything in the package and make it as is. Unfortunately, by doing that, the phosphate levels in that food are pretty high, so I've cut back the feeding on this tank because it was just sending the phosphates through the roof, and you guys know we don't want fluctuations in nitrates and phosphates like that. So cut back the feeding. I only got 1 pack of food left, and I know for next time when I make it, I'm not going to bypass the rinsing of all the food. I just got to rinse it, get all that dirty water out and all the stuff that was in it when it was frozen. That way it doesn't get into the food, and I don't have to worry about having those really, really high nutrients when it comes to feeding. Because I like feeding a lot of food to this tank because these guys are fat and they really love to eat. And there's not algae in the tank for them to chew on all day. So I like to feed them a lot of food, but if it's got a lot of nitrates and phosphates, it just causes issues with the tank, and that's the last thing we need. So other than that, everything is doing pretty good. I got a wholesale order in for coral for the frag system here, which will be in the second week of next month. And you guys know that whole process comes down here. Woo, and gets cut up, gets pictures taken, gets put on the WYSIWYG, and goes on the website. So that will be happening the second week of next month, and yeah, November, yeah. Just it kind of depends, it's coming in. It'll be depending on the whole hunting thing. It might just go and sit in that bottom tank until I'm completely done, and then I'll cut it up and put it in the frag tanks. It just depends on how everything's going. It's kind of just playing it by ear at this point. You guys, if you follow me on Instagram or even on Facebook, I did put up 2 new shirts on Teespring. So if you want to support the channel, check those out. I'll put pictures up here kind of on the overlay. And I've only been talking for about 6.5 minutes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Let's go say hi to Spike. It's going to look weird with the filter on. Let's go say hi to Spike. I got him a water dish, which I take out at night. He just sits in that because he wasn't getting enough water with his vegetables, which he's kind of devoured, and there's only a little bit left. So I decided to put water dish in there during the day, and hey, what's up, man? He's like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? He's getting fat. He's getting super fat. Let me see if you guys can see him. He's getting huge. A big chunker munker. But yeah, he's definitely chilling out and having a good time. It looks really weird with that filter on there. But yeah, so he sits in his water dish and has fun eating all sorts of stuff, and he just chills out on his little log here. But yeah, say hi to Spike. And yeah, I told you guys that we had that tree frog upstairs too. And I do have a planted tank upstairs you guys haven't seen, so oops, stepping on more frag plugs. I'll do videos on both of those eventually. The planted tank, if you're following me on Instagram, then you've already seen it. It's just in the kitchen, and the kids really like it, and it keeps them out of the basement where they put stuff in the sump. Anybody who has a saltwater tank and younger kids knows that everything they find has to go in the sump, so they don't really spend a lot of time down here, which stinks because they really like the big tank. And we'll be able to take care of that when we relocate. We put this tank upstairs for everybody to enjoy, and then the big tank downstairs, which will be a working display. So yeah, we'll be able to take care of all that, and the sump won't be upstairs, so I don't have to worry about them getting anything into it, so it'll be good to go. Yeah, so we're about 8 minutes in. I hope you guys had a good week. Sorry for those of you who just kind of came to the channel and there's not any content coming out. It's just one of those things this time of year. It's how it is. And yeah, so that's about it. I'll see you guys later. I'll try to get something out here in the next few days. Any updates or anything that's going on, I'll let you guys know. And I'll see you later. All right, peace.